Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing tonight? Bit of a weird one this weekend, isn't it? Because we play on a Sunday. So for me, there's been no preview put out going out tomorrow. So if you could join me for that, that would be much appreciated. We'll be going out. There will also be a watch along of that game as well, which I'm looking forward to. Let me say hello to chat. Hey, Lou. Hey, Mike. How you doing, mate? Hey, Nat. Hey, Barry. Yeah, I'm not too bad, mate. I'm a bit out of it today. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a week of trying to figure out things and not being able to get it right, and it's been a pain in the backside. But it is what it is. I think the week had just properly gone really bad. To be fair, it just not been a great week, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we crack on and we carry on and we do what the Wednesday boys do. Dust ourselves down and try again. Hi, Michael. How are you, mate? I'm not too bad, thank you. We got some stuff to talk about, some little bits and topics that are quite interesting. There's 6 people watching, 2 likes. Let's get it to at least being 6 likes to 6 viewers. That'd be awesome. But yeah, there's a couple of things to talk about. We got some good news on the injury front. We got some not so great news on the injury front. We've got good news on players signing, new deals. Only one. I say players, like it's a lot. But yeah, but I think we've got to start off with, let's be fair, we've got to start off from Tuesday night. At the end of the day, the lads went 5 months without a loss. Let's be honest, that is a pretty incredible record to set. It's a new club record. It'll take some doing to beat that, but they've got a goal to beat that kind of thing with some of the players, because some of the players will still be here. One of the things I liked about that game to a point was the way we came back into it. It shows that we've got a lot of personality that doesn't want to have that happen. We can get back into games. And if you actually look at the way their third goal is scored, it's actually it's not even a defensive error. Their third goal is Flint can't get out of the way. He can't adjust his body to move out of the way. It is what it is. Flint not in the way there. That header goes to Barry Bannon and it kicked all the way back up the pitch. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. But he couldn't get his body out of the way in time. And it was one of those things where you look at it. I saw some people go a bit overboard on Twitter, and I thought it was a bit idiotic. I also saw a lot of people who were very much of the things going at the end of the day. It was going to happen sooner or later. I think for a lot of us, we just wished it wasn't that game. But it's happened now. We dust ourselves down and we go again. Now, one of the things that came out of today's press conference, let me put this on because I can hear my plosives doing my head in. There we go. That's much better. One of the things that got me as well was this week seeing that the whole Josh Windass and Joe Byers situation. Now, before we had the press conference today, some people were saying it was a season ending. There were some people saying it was this. Now, Darren Moore's take on it says to me it could be worse, but it could also not be. Like, he's given Byers and Windass a couple of weeks off just to clear the heads. Because that's smart when you think about that. That's the mental side of it all. That's all we could have done. 3 points or point. Exactly, Barry. It's all we could have done. At the end of the day, we put 4 winner, and that's what you want to see your team do at 2-2. At 2-2, you want to see a puff 4 winner, and it's one of those things. And we still were. And when they got their 4th, it's just because they went on the counter because we put everything forward. I think you look at that game and you look how let not be that fan base that doesn't credit Barnsley, because Barnsley played some good football in that game. They looked, you can see why they are where they are and why he got them playing some good football. And there's no harm in turning around and saying, look, at the end of the day, They're there. They're in the playoff picture or hunting automatics for a reason. They're a good footballing team at times. We're watching the title celebration channel. They celebrate as they had gained automatic vote and their manager of milking it. I understand it, but for them it's a big achievement. If you think about it, Michael, they've been the only team to beat us in 5 months, and that's a big achievement on their end. So I can understand it to a point, but it's how they come back from that now. In terms of, are they going to overdo it, or are they going to keep level headed now? So it'll be interesting. But no, the whole situation with Byers and Windass. So giving Byers and Windass that time off, I think it's good for the mental side of the game. It gives them that time to mentally work out what's going on, because they don't know roughly what's going on with the specialist yet. They haven't got result back yet, so it'll be interesting. Hi, Dannington. Hope you're well, mate. So we're just going to sweat and wait for these results. Once these results come, we'll be able to know whereabouts we are. It could be a case that we have it that they turn around and say, look, they're going to be out for what? Hang on, I'm in March here, aren't I? They're going to be out for Cheltenham, Lincoln, maybe Oxford, but they're going to be back for Easter Monday, Burton, Bristol Rovers, and some of the. If they come back middle of April, it's not that bad. Evening all is all right. Yes, how you doing? Don't say he fertilized this field with. Evening worker, have a good dream, mate. I've just seen that you've gone live, mate. Have a good dream. I'll try and get some of these lot to come in after your stream, after my stream even. I'll be in it later. You're streaming for a while, mate. The Mohawk is coming back. There's a reason why it hasn't been back. I'm waiting to grow the bits out because I want to have a thicker base for the Mohawk, because normally when I do my Mohawk, it goes a little bit too thin at the bottom. And when you do it, it goes a bit flat. So I'm trying to fix that. There's 11 people watching and 3 likes. Please get the likes up. I much appreciate it. Lincoln and Oxford will be tough, but Oxford has lost one of their better players for the rest of the season. Worko did tell me his name earlier, and I've forgotten it. Oxford United. Let's have a look. They have just lost one of their players for the season, which is annoying for them. Who is it? Lewis Bate. Bate. He's out for the season. He's got to have operation. So we've got to see what happens. Evening, Darren. Hope you well, mate. Lincoln's a tough game, but Shrewsbury as well is a tough game. They've been playing some really good football, Shrewsbury, and you look at how they're just going about it. They could be dark horses for it. And you look at some of the games we've got coming up. It'll be interesting to see what Darren does. Now, on the positive news, there is some positive news. It looks like Wilkes will be in the team of some sort, hopefully on Sunday. More than likely off the bench, which will give us something that we need. We do need to have that kind of person off the bench who can change things. Up until he got injured, he was starting to look okay. It was starting to look like he had a little bit of that something. I don't know what to call it, but there was that kind of the something of that play that we've been told about. He was trying shots. He was trying to get forward. That is a positive. The other positive, Icky and Patterson are going to be on the grass next week. So that means that's another positive. That means 2 more players who could be ready for selection. One in the back, one in the front line. The front line is where we probably need it a little bit more. You look at what we've got going on at the moment. Oh, Worko just sent me a snap. Evening, DJ. How you doing, mate? You look at what when they are looking for, like it's like what Darren said. I think it was Joe Cran who said it too. It's like you're gonna go from having 2 attackers to maybe 4 again, and that would be superb for a drinking game. If you're not know the rules, drink, because I've been made to turn that into a drinking game. So yeah. So he could go back to having 4 attackers instead of the 2 we've got at minute. Yeah, the injuries that have come are not at the best time. And I think this period has also shown a lot of Wednesday fans how much some players have stepped up and how some haven't. I think Fizz is one of those ones. I think with Fizz, you have to remember one thing. He's still only 21. He's still learning the game. And he's still having to sort out bits and pieces of his game. And that'll get better with time. But right now, where you need him to be really on it in the midfield, he sometimes go missing and the balls and the passes he does are not great. It's like when you see him going forward at times, once he's lost that ball, there isn't that kind of determined to go, I'm getting that back at times. It's like, oh, I've lost the ball, I'll just jog back to my position. That'll come with time. But right now, the 2 players for me who really need to step it up in midfield, if we need it, is Backinson and Fizz. Annoyed that I'm going to miss watching the game because of Sunday League. Oh, what time's your Sunday League? Blue white boy. Same age as me then. Defense normally saw minor slip Tuesday, but confident. Yeah, same. Yes, I much appreciate that. I really would appreciate that help with the thing. Oh, it's going faster for a change. Yeah, so for me, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in that midfield because having buyers helps us have something that we don't normally have. We don't normally have someone where we can just have that like second person who can ping balls. So, so like, mate, I got it third time, but that's funny because I do that all the time. I'm guessing you're on your phone. The Barnsley fan base was saying they had beaten all top teams that have come to Oatwell, like Plymouth, Sheffield, went to Derby. They're yet to play Ipswich at home. Ah, that's a good point. They haven't played Ipswich yet, have they? So they bought. So in theory, they've beaten everybody apart from Ipswich, and that's not a bad little record, to be fair. Wilt for me took on players and wasn't good at getting past them. He created stuff up in the box, link up, play some with Windhoff was unreal. Yeah, hopefully he could link up well with Gregory and co. That'll be interesting. Beta of Octave. Yeah, he's out for the season. Very good player. One that I wouldn't mind getting next season if we can on loan ourselves because he's very good. He's going to be out for a while though. So that's a big blow for Oxford because he's been really good for them this season. Blow for them, big positive for us. But you look at our midfield, I think the midfield is where we're kind of losing it a little bit at times. Adeniran is brilliant when he can, but sometimes we just overrun stuff. And it just shows you how much quality we have in our midfield in having Barry Bannon, Will Vokes, Joe Byers. And it's very, very interesting to see. Nice work, Barnsley. Why not you in the automatics then? Fair point. Fair point. I'll give you that. So it would be good to see what we do. Now, the one thing that I saw a lot of people having a go at, and I thought it was a bit mean. They were all saying, right, we should drop Dawson now. Stockdale should go back in net. And to be fair, I think that's unfair because apart from this game, he's been superb. He really stopped us from getting into some bad situations. You have some real, what's the word? You had some real good games and some times where he saved us out of it. So I think that's a little bit unfair and a little bit reactionary to it. And the thing is, you got to remember, this is the first time we felt a loss for a while. So it's going to feel a little bit weird. All right, let me read some of the chat here. Nice work. In the smile, we'll look at the Salford midfield, what amount of assists that lad has. Probably will be someone Darren Moore looks at. He does like looking at lower league players. That'd be interesting. But with the depth of that squad, I think we're better placed than most clubs who are going to have their own injury and tired issues too. Yeah, very true. And the thing is, we're getting to the point where there's going to be a lot of games really fast, and it could be interesting to see how some teams deal with that. And we've always had the thing this season where whenever there's been an issue or something. The way this team comes back from from times where it looks like it's not going to look great, but this is why Darren Moore likes having lots of different players for different positions, because he can do this. There are 20 people watching and 9 likes now. Please get those likes up. I much appreciate it. If you want to super chat, you can. There's super chat options and super stickers. I would much appreciate everything go back into the channel. But yeah, it will be interesting to see when they do in this little period, because we got such a really good opportunity to just start grinding points out and getting the game done. And the thing is, before Bolton and Barnsley, you would have taken probably win Bolton, draw Barnsley. Now it's gone. We've drawn with Bolton, we've lost to Barnsley. And again, that was our game in hand, which was annoying because you want to win your games in hand. But if we can get the rest of them out of the way, it'll be better going forward. And let's not also remember, like I've seen a lot of people say about Forest Green saying, oh, that should be an easy one. But at the minute down there, they're playing for pride. They are massively playing for pride. Give me a moment. Let me just take a drink. Apologies tonight if I keep like going like that a bit. I've got a little bit of a F&D tick today, and doing my head in a little bit, so I do apologize. But we need to just get back on what we were doing and start again, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. There's still a lot of points to play for. There's still a lot of games to go. Ideally, I think some Wednesday fans and me a little bit, we all got a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we knew this first little, when we first had this loss, it'll be interesting how we react. We had the loss in the FA Cup replay to Fleetwood. A lot of people said then, oh, how is this going to affect the league? Didn't really affect it. We managed to grind some games out. So it'll be interesting. We're just going to concentrate on ourselves. Let me read some of this chat here. Realistic, mate. If they can beat us, Plymouth, they can beat Ipswich. Yep, I agree. I felt he was just more of a passenger Tuesday. Denon just don't think he did much. He looked a bit leggy. I'm not gonna lie, he did look a bit leggy. But the problem is, I think with Adeniran and Fizz, it's very difficult to. You have got to really stand out in that team in midfield if you're having to like have the ability of, say, a Byers, a Bannon, a Volks. I think Adeniran, Fizz, Backinson, hard for them to stand out at times. But I understand what you're saying. Don't care about Barnsley anyway, just ourselves. I think that's what the lads are going to do. They're going to put it behind them and just carry on. Luke Bates, yep. I'm not sure you can drop people for just having one thinker. Exactly, Stannington. I'm of the opinion of saying, look, that one time he's done it and it's been a rarity. It'll be interesting to see what Darren does. And I don't think he will. Defence could have been more alert and got back to the line and cover. Yeah, I thought that first goal as well. I don't think Dawson needed to come out, and you could see Akinfenwa was just jogging back to the line. I think if you have a bit more urgency, you get it. But at the same time, we came back and got it to 2-2. That's something you have to really take a positive from, of being able to come back and get it to 2-2. That is something that is really crucial. If Flint goes one of the chances, it's a different game. Yeah, exactly. If Flint goes, if we get given that penalty, it changes everything. But you look at the save they have from Smith. That goes in, changed it completely. I think one of the things we've had this week, it's shown again, and we do keep having this a little bit. We are the team that seems to be... We are able to create a lot of chances, but we don't bury enough at times. And that's something that we had to have last season. And I think that's something we'll have to improve on going forward next season. We create a lot, but we don't bury them enough. So we'll have to be interested in what happens. Ipswich still have to play Barnsley and Derby away. Very true. They still got some tough games. I'll go 2-0 on Sunday. Okay, Nat. Big Dunk will want to get points and put a banner in our words. He will do. I think the thing is with with Big Duncan, and I think I said Fletcher in my preview. I just realised. I think no, I didn't. I don't know. Preview, by the way, either out on Saturday around 5 p.m. I think I set that one to go at 5 p.m. just when all the games are gone and done. Because I won't be here. I'm going out for, so it'll be nice. Let's have a look. But yeah, let's have a look here. Forest Green is a great shot window of vegan diet input. Yeah. 1-0 to the lads. Just got to be picking up points and see what happens in the season. Automatic, very variable, so with champions. I don't think we'll slip enough into playoffs. I don't think we'll slip. We just got to keep picking up points. We just got to keep picking up points and just hope that some of the teams that are around us manage to drop points as well. Because there's going to be some teams that are going to coming out up against some of the relegation lot. And I think when you get some teams who are in relegation places, it's a little bit of a harder thing to get for them to like really go for it, because it means that they got to fight 10 times harder than the team that's going for promotion, because they want to try and stay in the league. And I think it's a harder fight to stay in than it is to go up, if that makes sense. I'm still confident we're going up. Okay, Nat. The Owls need to improve their goal difference. Ipswich on 41 to the Owls 37, Plymouth on 26. Up until recently, though, that's only recently that Ipswich has suddenly really picked up their goal difference. For a while, their goal difference have been really low. They've been just picking up a lot of good games with goals, to be fair. We can get our goal difference up. This is kind of one of those games where we might be able to do that. You got to remember when they played us at our place, we beat them 5-0. So it'll be interesting to see what we do at Forest Green. It's a long old trip. Got to go down that part of the country twice. We're not staying over. We're coming straight back on the Sunday and then probably going again on the Tuesday to get down there for the Cheltenham game on Wednesday, which I keep thinking is on Tuesday. Forest Green need to get some meat down then. 4-0 to the Owls and I'll be unbeaten for the rest of the season. Wow, that's a big call. Big call from Jez. We'll see. If the Owls finish above Plymouth, they will get promoted. Very possible, very possible. Derby will have a right tasty one now, especially at the point to win the league for us. That last game could be really interesting. There's a lot of, like, if we actually look at what games are coming up for us. So, hang on. Let me bring up browser window. My keyboard decided to go to sleep. Let's have a look. We'll keep doing this till the end of the season. I know we will. So we're coming into the end of March. So we've got Forest Green on Sunday. We've got Cheltenham on Wednesday. Now, April, it's Lincoln, Oxford, Accrington, Burton, Bristol, Exeter, Shrewsbury. That is 1, 2, 3 games at home. 2 games and 4 games away. It's the away games that'll be interesting. So it'll be interesting to see what Wednesday do here. But you think about it, there's a Lincoln City, probably going to be about mid-table, so probably safe. Oxford, not necessarily safe, need to pick up some points. Accrington Stanley will be desperate to get something here because they need the points. As well will Burton. Bristol Rovers, mid-table. Exeter City, mid-table. Shrewsbury Town, looking for that maybe run on playoffs. Derby, definitely looking for playoffs. So hopefully, come the Derby game, we're hopefully sorted, but ideally. But it all depends what other teams do, so it'll be interesting. The sooner the better, I agree. Let's have a look here. If we can go 23 unbeaten, I can't see why we can't go these last 10 unbeaten. So I'll be wanting to leave 24 points. That should be enough. That is enough. Ipswich, tough guy path for them end of the season rather than us or Plymouth. Yeah, Ipswich run is really hard. That's the interesting thing. I think Barnsley got a good little run as well to the end of the season. Dannington, glad you said this because I was going to start talking about this. So, Dannington says, I'm happy for Bag getting his immediate future story. Him and family must be settled and really enjoying life at the moment. He's still probably one of the best players in the league. Yeah, so Barry Bannon, it's been confirmed that he's hit that number of games that he needed to get, which we all knew was going to happen. Let's be honest, it wasn't when, it was if. And he's very happy to have that probably sorted because he got another child on the way very shortly. So that'll be interesting to see what happens there in terms of what they do for Barry, because I wonder if they'll have any little bits of time off maybe. So we'll have to see. Some players will step up there, but you got to think that Barry Bannon staying for another year is a really good deal by Wednesday, because it means it's another year, and hopefully it's a year in the championship next season. Someone who already knows it, very good. We need to start looking for the next Barry Bannon. We need to start looking for the next person to replace him. That's something I would say in the summer we desperately need to start doing. We do need to sort that out sooner than later, so we're already on our minds, if that makes sense. If we can have that all done and dusted and have the next replacement in, great. Let's have a look. Okay, I would. What would we? Our Eagles. I will. What would be like if we had John Clark Harris? Harris for me. Oh, so here for me. Then here's the thing for me. Harris in championship level hasn't been that great. He had been quite poor in the championship. In League One, he'd been very, very prolific. He'd been really good. But in the championship, he hasn't got a very good record. Now, that could be different with how it changes. Now, it all depends on who comes in and who they tend to move around a bit, because you've got to think, is Lee Gregory going to be getting a new contract? Is say Marvin Johnson going to get a new contract? It'll be interesting to see who we get from where. There's 21 viewers and 15 likes. If we could get those likes up, I'd much appreciate it. If we can get close to 21, that'd be appreciated. But I think about revenge. If we need to beat them, it would be awesome. Yeah, it would be good to get the revenge. Younger and quicker. We need to be very clear. See, is an issue here. Yeah, I think when you get to the championship, you've got more of ability to look in that younger, quicker issue, because there's a lot more Premier League teams who are willing to send players down to you and not down to League One. Like, there was also the situation in the summer, we could have got the Salford striker who went to West Brom, but West Brom beat us. And if you had that, that would have been a really good person to get in. I'm forgetting his name. Is it West Brom? No. Gary Neville mentioned it in a kind of thing, saying that we had a bid for him, we didn't get him. Let's have a look here. West Brom. God, their website's so much better. I wish Wednesday was like fixed their website so it actually looked better and not just had the bog standard like everyone else. It done my head in a little bit. Let's have a look here. Attackers. Thomas Asante. So we were in for Thomas Asante, and we didn't get him because West Brom went for him. And he would have been really good at League One level. Quick, he's powerful, hold the ball up well. But it just didn't happen. They managed to get the deal for West Brom, so it happened that way. Let's have a look. But could you imagine slipping? No, it's not Dyke, it's Asante. Dyke would have been good though. Dyke was a player I really rated. Very good player. I don't think we'll slip into playoff, but second at least. Yeah, can see that. It's going to cost an investment by the board if Paramount. Well, the thing is, you can't really say that Chansiri hasn't invested. Chansiri's always invested on most managers that have come in when he's able to. Now, you got to remember, under some of the eras that what we've had Chansiri, he hasn't been able to invest properly. But I think Darren got a style of player he wants. He got a style of play he wants. I think he'll have a different style of play he wants for in the championship as well. I don't think you'll have the same style of play in League One that then transferred to League One to Championship. He may have a different style of player. It would be really good to see what he can do. You've got to remember, Darren Moore is an ex-loan manager when he was at West Brom. He had to deal with a lot of clubs. He had to speak to different clubs and different people. I think the one thing that Darren Moore doesn't get enough credit for, and it's the one thing I don't think people understand, Darren Moore's range of contacts in youth academies especially is very, very knowledgeable. He knows what he's looking for in certain places. I think when you look at it, we know what spending money badly in the championship looks like. And on the Darren Moore, unless they're going to sit down and someone could turn around and say to him, I want to be here, and the deal's not right, he'll turn around and if that play don't say, well, I'll give it a couple of weeks to think about it. They'll be like, no, either you want to be here or you don't, and we walk away. And you've seen that. You've seen that in the transfer market. You saw that in January. Like, there was some players, the lad from Celtic, we only didn't get in because Celtic pulled out. But there's some other players who we were in for in that January window that might come because we're a championship club, but didn't because we were in League One. It depends what clubs want what player to learn and stuff. Sunderland were always quite good at getting good players in when they were in League One and managed to keep them over. So let's just see what we could do. But we're not there yet. We ain't there yet. So in one sense, it's not even worth talking about in a sense. Let's just concentrate on the here and now. But you're right, we do need to invest in that. But even if we don't go up, which I still think we are doing, we have to start looking for younger players. We have to, because it's turning into quite an old squad. I think it's one of the oldest squads in League One. Let me have a look. Who's the oldest? One. Have a look. Oldest squad in League One. League One average age. So let's have a look here. So, yeah. Our average age is 28.4. So we are the oldest squad in League One this season. We use 27 players and we have a squad of 23. Now, if you look at someone like a Barnsley and a Lincoln, they use 34 players out of their 29, or 30 out of their, or Lincoln 30 out of their 25. So we haven't actually, the team who used the lowest number of players is actually Shrewsbury, 24, squad 23. I think the most is actually, it looks like it's Burton. Yeah, Burton has used 39 players this season. So we do need to start bringing that age down. It is us. Let's have a look. I don't think it is Derby. It's Derby are third. It's Wickham. So it's us, Wickham, Derby, Shrewsbury in terms of ages. So makes sense. So it'll be interesting. Fucking Rhodes. Yeah. If we go up, I want Rhodes back. No. No. I ain't doing a deal. I also don't want to give Dex a mini heart attack because he would. Dex would not be happy with that. Also, if you're in here, 22 people watching, I'll quickly do a little plug for Sunday. That one. That's the one. So there is a watch along on Sunday versus Forest Green Rovers. I always forget they're called Forest Green Rovers as well. So there's a watch along versus Forest Green Rovers on Sunday. I will go till the end of the game, and then the review for said game will go up at the end of the watch along as well. So it'll be about 5-10 minutes afterwards, and there'll be a review of it like normal. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully some of you join. The last time people came for the Bolton game, I had such fun recording. Streaming that. It was good to do that game. I enjoyed it a lot. So hopefully we can do the same again. It'd be good. 9 points, net 3 match of Barnsley's a one-off, I think, would have won if not for lucky third goal with the selection. Yeah, I agree with that. I think kickoff 1 o'clock on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it's 1 o'clock. Picture. It is indeed 1 o'clock. It's on Sky as well if you've got Sky, but I will be doing a watch along. So come join me if you don't want to listen to the bike commentary on Sky. because normally it's not great for commentary for Wednesday, and they'll be talking about how if we had this great run, and then they'll be talking about Barnsley and all that kind of stuff. I think yes, it is on Sky. But I will be doing a watch along. There'll be no actual footage of the map, but it'll be me watching the game and interacting with you guys on chat. And I know some people like that, some people don't. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But it's nice to watch a game and talk while watching it to the chat. I enjoy doing it that one time. So hopefully it'll go well again. The 20 people watching, 15 likes. If we could get the likes up to match the viewers, that would be fantastic. I would much appreciate it. Just helps the algorithm a little bit. But all in all, it's been, considering the week we've had with the loss, it's not been bad. Let's be honest. We've got it all out of our system. Hey, Bob, how are you, mate? We have it out of our system now. The players know what it feels like again, but like Marvin Johnson said, it put a little bit of fire in the belly for a lot of the Wednesday players. They've got that fire in their belly at the minute now. So it's lit on fire under them. So it's like, right, we are going to go back and do what we were doing. Like the game on Barnsley, I thought it was one of those games where the first time I've seen in a long time Liam Palmer have a bad game. But at the same time, we were slipping all over the place. Bambi on ice. It's annoying how Guy just disregards us every match. Yeah, it does. It does do that. It 18 likes my end, 20 watching. Yeah, if we could get it up, on my end it's 17, so yours is probably more up to date than mine. They do, but I think they like. It's a weird one. I don't know with Guy, because Guy kind of like to be like the pantomime villain, or they think we should be doing this. So it'll be interesting. So yeah, it's an early kickoff because of the England-Ukraine Euro qualifiers on Sunday at 4 p.m. All right, Brill. Well, I'm going to have a busy day anyway, because after the game and after the England game, I will be doing the EFL 72 review show with Dapper, Ian, Bradley, around the grounds, and myself. We'll be talking everything EFL, so please join us and watch it. We'll really like your company as well. It'll be good. And you'll be watching me a lot that day, because there'll be a live stream, a video, and then another live stream on somebody else's channel. I'm going to be busy. 18 likes. Yeah, not bad, mate. Just how's the new job, mate? You enjoying it? I am okay. I'll say that I'm okay. I've had a bit of a bad week FMD wise, a lot of face drops. To be fair, Sunday wasn't the best for me last Sunday. I felt a bit rubbish, so I'm just having to just reevaluate and not do as much. As you know, the channel's been a little bit dead this week because I've not been on it as much, and also I didn't want to do video for sake sites. Hello, Punk. Keep up great work. Thank you, Ian. I much appreciate it. Thank you for joining me and the chat. We love having people who have good opinions. I'm hoping to find a bar in Portugal to watch the game. You should be able to, Joe. I can't see you not doing. But if you go on any of the Facebook forums or Our Talk and ask, someone might put you in the right direction as a bar. They're normally quite good at doing that. So just ask around, or even ask on Twitter if there's a good place to watch it, and you'll probably find someone. I thought Palmer had a pretty good game. Him and Johnson weren't too bad. Yeah, they weren't too bad. I also looked a little bit ropey again. Again, though, I think Iorfa is one of those players who played better on confidence after being in a couple of matches after a couple of times. And I think if you take an Iorfa out, it's always a worse thing. And the thing is, Iorfa being out wasn't Darren Moore's option. Darren Moore really wanted to keep him, but he got that red card, so he couldn't. I won't see my wife on Sunday then. At this rate, no, mate. It'll be a busy one. I'm praying to everything that I'm not hungover that Sunday, because I am going out for the evening and I'm having some alcohol, which I don't normally do. So I'm looking forward to having a bit of time out, enjoy a bit of time with the missus and some friends, and just have some fun. Yeah, I'm good. Just getting used to the new job. I'm sorry to hear that, bud. You can DM me. I appreciate that, Bob. I will take you up on that. I normally do anyway. Yeah, Baz has got a new deal. Barry Bannon has hit the number of games that he needed to hit to get the new deal. Actually, you know what? That deserves a klaxon. There we go. Gotta make sure it's all prepared for Sunday because that button gets mashed on a Sunday. So yeah, he's now completely signed up for next season. He got a year contract, and I think for Barry Bannon, it's probably going to be one of those situations where we just do a rolling one all the time. Not you, the beer, will have an intimate time then. Yeah, he will. I just hope he's all right on at the end of the night, kind of thing. It would be interesting to see how he is after a night of doing that much. But yeah, it'll be an interesting one. Same with me, Punk and Tito. Yeah. Baz is ace. Oh yeah. The thing is, like, I think it was last season, Baz moved out of Sheffield and back to Nottingham. It misses it from there. And I think it was close to childcare, all that kind of stuff. But he's always been very honest with the fans about what was going on. You look at that season we got relegated. He had that interview in Scotland with the Scottish lads, and he said it's not good behind the scenes, and no one else came out and said anything. And then there was the massive culture shock by Darren. Darren changed things around at that club. I think by giving them a little bit of belief, giving them a little bit of a idea what he wanted, how things were going to do. And don't get me wrong, I think Gary Monk was starting to lay those plans, but it didn't work. There was something about Gary Monk that worked for a short period of time and then it went. And I think Darren's been able to set what he wants, set how he wants to do things, how he wants to play, how he wants things going off the behind the scenes. Like, one of the things for me, I'd be interested to see what when they do next season with the inflatable dome. Because if the weather's getting worse for coldness, that inflatable dome at the training ground isn't going to work. It isn't going to work because it's getting colder. And when that dome gets colder, it deflates. So that needs to have something sorted out soon so we know what's doing. Either put up a temporary indoor training pitch that isn't the dome or something, because that could be something that we have to look into behind the scenes. Great to see contracts sort of. We normally leave it last minute. I think with Barry, it was just a case he's kind of given him a bit of a sense that you'll hit this many games and gone, you're going to hit those many games anyway. So why don't we just give you the contract? We know we're going to hit them. That's an easy target for you to do. I think a lot of the other lads' contract situations are probably going to get sorted the last week at the end of the season, like they normally do. I think everyone right now is just concentrating on what's going on and trying to see if we can get to the championship, because there's a lot of them who probably don't have clauses like Barry Bannon, where he hits a certain number of games and he gets a new deal. So it will be interesting to see how we do it. Nice to see something booking in the trend. Well done. Yeah, very much so. It will be interesting to see what went to do behind the scenes as well. Like, there's a lot of things that we know that is being talked about with some people on the training ground, on the ground. You know for a fact they're going to want to do a lot of work in Leppin Lane in the pre-season because of everything that's happened with that. And we're not going to go into it because I don't think it needs it. Do not forget clock go back. Oh, they'll do it automatically. Yeah, they do. But yeah, that's going to be annoying. Got a toddler that needs to do, gonna have to learn how to deal with that. Oh no. Well, my sleep schedule could be screwed for a little bit. Gonna sneeze. Answer to that, yes, I was. Um, Yes, I would keep Flint. I think if there's a deal to be done with Flint, I've got to stop putting my tongue out when I sneeze. I bite it too often. I would keep Flint, yeah. Very good player for the championship. I've seen some people say, oh, more of a League One player than championship player, but you still need that experienced head at the back. And with, aren't they going forward? Don't get that wrong. I thought they were going forward. I thought, didn't it bring back forward? Uh, it seemed to me he's lost a half a yard. Uh, yeah, but what Flint lacks in losing that half a yard, he games up for in the air battles, which we don't have that much. Like, he would be 33, he would be on the older side, and we do need to bring the age of the squad down. But it's a free. Excuse me. It will be a free agent. We would only have to pay wages, and he seemed to enjoyed it here. Bat longer hour forward. Yeah, I thought no bat longer hour forward in win. I can't remember what it was. I think the whatever it is. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. But if you get someone like a Flint and then someone a bit younger to go at the side of him who can come back, I think you've got a position where you can sort that. Like, defense is somewhere we do need to look at depth. There are questions that all depends on our finishing position. Exactly, yeah. Also, yeah, Wilkes is back in contention, which is fantastic news. I think coming off the bench, he'll be good. No, forwards. Bring forward, fall back. I thought that was the rhyme. Thank you, Jez. So if forward. So if I remember correctly, in spring you lose an hour. In winter you gain an hour. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be going forward. So yay! The toddler's gonna be up at 5 instead of 6. Yay! The 23 people watching and there's 18 likes. Please get those likes up. I much appreciate it. So yeah, it would be interesting. Our finishing position would dictate what we do in the summer. Well, I think it's a little bit early doors to be talking about it. I think us as fan channels and a podcast as fans, we talk about those things, but I think the club are just trying to get foot in the right direction first. And there'll be a list somewhere with players we potentially can go for if we go up. Darren Moore has come out and said, like, it's something everyone can earn a place here if they're on, like, a contract at another club and it's out in the summer. Everyone can need to stop. I can't keep up. So you get an hour left to recover from your hangover. Stay awake and keep drinking, is my advice. Yeah, hopefully I'll be okay. I'm not going to drink too much, but that famous last words, isn't it? Famous last words of someone saying they're not going to drink too much and then do. Last time I think I was there was New Year's Eve, I want to say. And we did drink a bit on New Year's Eve, but I also got very ill. Trying to get a teenage boy out of bed is hard enough. Yeah, I can understand that, Nat. My little one, she does get out of bed okay, but now she'll be, instead of getting up at 6:30, she'll be getting up at 5:30, and that's going to be just annoying. What about the young lad that are going to see at Hell? What about the young lads? Are they going to see a Hill, but all will be put out on loan? I think Brennan, he's already said he's gonna get a chance to get a run in the first team. I think some of the lads who have been in the first team this summer, this season even, will get chances. I think Darren will do what he did last summer. We'd take a couple of them on pre-season, see how they do. And I think putting someone like a Brennan in the first team, but say having someone like an Adatorum and say, look, go out and show me what you can do in League 2 or League 1, will be good to see where we know what's going on. I think there's a lot of good things to see where we go. Like, we've already lost one youth player in Dunn. Dunn has gone to Dartford. That video is going up tomorrow around 12 o'clock. It was going to go up today, but the Barry Bannon story broke, so I wanted to get that in first. So you are seeing us starting to make those things, but the thing is that Thompson said, he said in an interview like was it last month? February? I think he turned around and said, it's going to be the time where I have to turn around and tell people that they haven't got jobs. Tell some of the lads that they need to move on and go elsewhere. And I think when you've got to be put in that position, it's hard. It's a hard conversation to have with a lot of the players. So let's see how it goes. And my first beer in age on Wednesday, I managed to avoid a hangover. Swelling green chili hiding in the curry gave me something else to worry about. Oh no! Oh no, Jez. Oh wow. Yeah, I can understand that. It'll be an interesting week though next week because it's game Sunday, game Wednesday, game Saturday, and then we start going into the thing. John's only just joined though. Has he been? He joined in 20. Where is it? Yeah, I think he only joined this summer. I think he was quite surprised that he went out. That he didn't get another deal. Where is it? Also, if you want old Sheffield Wednesday shirt from last season, remember that they got limited stock and they're getting rid of it. Yeah, he only joined during the 2021-2022. So he joined last season campaign. So he's had about 2 years here. So he's done okay. Yeah, I'm all right, DJ. I'm trying to get a bit of feeling back in my shoulder. I've done my shoulder. And yeah, thank you for that, by the way, mate. I know I was shaking a bit. Sometimes it does happen. But it's getting near the end of the stream, to be fair. I'll be going soon, so I'll be able to lay down a little bit. But yes, yeah, thank you for that, mate. Much appreciated. I noticed it, but couldn't actually notice it myself. Yeah, Dunn came in 2021, 2022 season. So he's been here 2 seasons. So time to move on. We can't do what we've done over years and keep the old Dev Wood. I think I pulled prank on my brother a few years ago when he passed out on the sofa. I woke him up telling him he needed to get ready for school. It was Sunday at about 10 p.m. Oh, you're evil, Bob. You're evil, but I like it. If the Out get a maximum points against Forest Green and Cheltenham, that will be 84 points. 9 points ahead of it, so 12 points ahead of Barnsley and 4 points ahead of Plymouth. It will be hard to back against the Owls. I agree. But you've also got to remember here that Ipswich and Plymouth, and I think Ipswich, Plymouth, and Barnsley will have games in hand. They will have games in hand. So if they win their games in hand, it changes it. Like, also remember Bolton are going to have a game in hand. They got their final next weekend, I want to say. Yeah, I think they're Papa John's pizza trophy thing in next weekend. So they're going to have games in hand. So it will be interesting to see what they do. Like, the thing is, the strange thing is that Plymouth are starting to become an okay away team again, which is that's the scary thing. At home, they're a different animal. At home, they are insanely good. I am not going to lie. At home, Plymouth are a very good team. Their away form, on the other hand, hasn't been the best. It hasn't been great. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we can get all 3 points on Sunday. It will be much needed. Like, I'll remind people now, paper said 86 points, and it's the happy days. That's easily done. I can see that. Just a reminder, watch along Sunday. I will post up the schedule. I will do a schedule one to say this is going to be happening like I did last time. Come join me at Sunday at 1 p.m. We'll probably start around 2:30. No. We'll start around 12:45, 12:30 time, possibly. So we'll see. If we start at 2:30, game will be done. But yeah, the watch along will be on Sunday. Hopefully there'll be a good game. Hopefully we get a good big win. Some confidence in the lads as well. It would be much appreciated. Plymouth will take the eye off the ball for the Papa Johns and might slump if Bolton win. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. And we greet the content viewers and 20 likes. I much appreciate that, everyone. So go have a good rest of your Sunday. I am going to go watch some golf or play a video game because I fancy it. There's a new farming sim download, so I'm going to probably go have a look at what that's like. Yeah, have a good evening, guys, and I will see you in the next one.